Hello. Today I want to talk to you about bringing the classroom to the media center. As a former ELA teacher, I know how difficult it can be to plan around the resources of the media center consistently. So, and now as a media specialist, I understand how I can help content area teachers create activities and assessments that are standards based in the media center to bring them to me. And it's important to have teacher buy-in and classroom use using the media center. So it's equally important to become familiar with content area standards, at least on a basic level, so that you can help plan the research and activities that they need to come in. So first, let's talk technology. Technology is a big resource that we can use especially for ELA and social studies, and for science as well. You can create book talks, visual essays, news broadcasts in ELA to get teachers to uh, move outside of simply writing responses. There's an ELA standard that use it and that students are to use different medium to create a response other than writing. And so a visual essay and book talks and news broadcasts based on short stories, based on uh, works that they're reading, compare and contrast. These will assist ELA teachers and science teachers as well into coming and using your technology. This is a picture of my little video room that we use. I'm working to my grant. I requested to get better equipment so that we can use this even more than we do now. Research, of course, social studies, science, language, arts, um, all have standards involving research, and we want to show them how to use Mac and Via and Galileo and help create the actual assessments. I have social studies teachers send me standards that they want to cover or review. I go through Mac and Via, find the databases to create assessments for students in order to review these standards. Um, I also create them so that they have to find the correct database so students have to work and build their knowledge of finding the correct peer-reviewed articles through Mac and Via and through Galileo, things that will strengthen their research abilities. And I actually do this for the social studies. I was never a social studies teacher, but as an ELA teacher, social studies and ELA go hand in hand, and I can create the necessary assessments for them, and it's worth it. It is time consuming, and I we don't have all the time in the world, but it is worth it to do it and save it. And so the next year and the next year, I have these assessments based on these standards that my sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade students can continuously use, and teachers love it. They love that help. They love knowing that you are there to create and push standards based assessments with them. And the more buy-in you get from the different content area teachers, the better it is for your media center. Hands on, um, very important, especially for math. Um, I use lock boxes. I use the Breakout. Now I don't use Breakout EDU because it's so expensive. So I created my own sort of Breakout EDU, and it cost me no more than about $100. Well, $200 if you count the safe that I use. So I bought tackle boxes, and I use old locker locks to create. I have six of them. I can create groups of six. It's a good number for a class of 30. And then I have a safe, a digital safe you see there. Um, these lock boxes uh, all have questions It can be ELA, it can be math, it can be social studies. The way I do it with ELA is they come in, and if they want to review a chapter of The Watsons Go to Birmingham, um, they can. I have the page numbers coincide with math problems so that they can unlock the locks. You have to answer 10 questions. You have to put the page number where you got the answers. Once you get done, I will give you a set of math problems that I have created that involve the page number. That once you figure it out, you'll get the combinations to the locks, and it's a race. The first at the bottom of the lock box, once you get it open, there's a little candy inside. There's always that initiative. But at the bottom of the box, there is a riddle that opens the safe. So all groups work diligently and they collaborate. They work together in order to, because it's a team effort, it's a group effort, in order to get their box open first to try to solve the riddle to open the safe, which has the treasure in it, which is, of course, bookmarks. Sometimes I put free books in there if I've got them, candy, and they love it. It's very um, energetic. It's kind of loud sometimes, but that's fine. They love it. They race. They get their review in while they're doing it, standards based, and teachers love it as well because I've made it for them. Now, math, of course, for obvious reasons, this is math teachers love to make theirs themselves and they make their answers coincide with the combinations of the locks. So I'm telling you this because you have to have teachers using the Media Center and its resources, and sometimes teachers need push when they're sitting there in their collaborative meetings. I try to find the time to get in there with them because, and in order to give them ideas of how I can help them create assessments, create activities using technology, using research, using my nonfiction section, um, using hands-on lock boxes. Get creative, think of as many ways as possible to get whole classrooms using the resources in the Media Center. And it starts off slowly, but once teachers catch on and see how much the students enjoy it and how much productivity they get out of it, then you'll have more and more teachers join. I have sixth grade social studies teachers email me almost every standard that they want to review so that I can create the research they need. ELA teachers who want to review books, novels that they're reading in class, I create those lock boxes for them. Math teachers, they create their own and come in and use my boxes, use the video equipment, use the computers for databases. And it's always a push for standard growth. This is why I mentioned it's so important to become at least basically familiar with the content area standards so that you can collaborate with these teachers and help them and help their students and keep your Media Center full. So that's what I have right now. I'm constantly trying to think of new ways to keep classrooms coming in, video equipment, databases, lock boxes, and really all of this costs very little money. My video equipment I need, but I'm hoping to get that with my grant. So I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and if you can come up with any other ideas to get the classrooms coming in, please let me know.